Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. My name is Oludayo. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install Kali Linux on VirtualBox on any operating system, be it Windows or Mac. Let's get into it. The first thing we have to do is to download the VirtualBox. Best way to search for it is to go to your Google, then search for the VirtualBox. Click on the link to redirect you to the website. Depends on where you want to install it. Maybe you want to install on Windows or Mac OS. You want to install on Linux. You can see the options. Right now we're going to go with Windows. We can download. After installing the VirtualBox, this is how it's going to look like. As you can see, I had already have it on my system before, and I had installed VM and Ubuntu for personal use. Now, the next thing we need to do is to download Kali Linux. To download the Kali Linux, we need to know the type of Kali Linux bit we need to download. Now, to know the Kali Linux bit we need to download, we need to know our system type in which our operating system is running on. What we need to do is to right-click on this PC, click on Properties. It's going to launch this page. Our system is running on 64-bit. Your own might be running on 32-bit, depends on your PC, but my operating system is running on 64-bit, and this is going to guide us on the Kali Linux ISO image to download and the settings, and we are going to do on the VirtualBox. Next, we need to download our Kali Linux. Let's go to kali.org, click on download. From the drop down, click on download Kali Linux. From our system type, we have 64-bit. Now, what we want to download is Kali Linux 64-bit installer. That's the ISO, and the version for this ISO image is 2020.4, which is what we're using. Okay, click on download. The next step is to set up our VirtualBox for the Kali Linux installation. So what we need to do is to click on new. It's going to give us this option, create your virtual machine. Then you can name it whatever you want to name it. I'm going to name it Kali. Leave the machine folder as default. The type Linux. Remember from our previous PC properties that we check, the system type shows my system is 64-bit. So I'm going to select version Debian 64-bit. Set up the memory. I'm going to increase my memory size to 2 gig. That's 2048. Then click on next. Yeah, from here it is recommended we leave the settings the way it is. So we need to click on create. The next, the hard disk file type, I'm going to leave it as default. Click on next. Storage on physical hard disk, leave it as default. Then next, this is an option to increase my hard drive. So I have 2 terabytes on this system, so I'm going to increase it to 15 gig. You can decide to select more depending on what you want to do on your Kali. So 15 gig, then create. We have created the virtual machine for the Kali Linux, but we need to do more settings. So we're going to click on the Kali, then click on the settings. So right now, click on general, then go to advanced. We have an option of selecting shared clipboard or drag and drop, and also enable the bidirectional or copy from host to guest or guest to host. So what this settings does is allow you to copy any document or any file from the virtual machine to the host, which is the Windows operating system, or vice versa. So we're going to leave it out right now, disable it. Then if you need it, you can go ahead and enable it. Then we go to system, then the motherboard, then the base memory has been set earlier to 2 gig. Then we click on processor, then we can increase the processor speed, which is from 1 CPU to 2 CPU. Now the next step is we click on the display, then we can see the video memories, and we can increase the video memory from default to 128 MB. The next step is the storage. On the storage, we need to select controller IDE. On the controller IDE, you can see it's empty. Note this image is selected. Then you click on the empty. It's going to give us the IDE secondary masters. Then I'll click on the drop down, choose the disk file where my Kali ISO image is downloaded. On my PC, my Kali ISO image is downloaded in the downloaded folder. Now it has been added. As you can see, all the necessary settings has been completed. Then we click OK. Now the next thing is to click on start. Click on the drop down, select your Kali Linux ISO that you downloaded. Then the next thing is I'm going to click on the X sign at the top. Then it's going to start the Kali Linux installation into the VirtualBox. Then we have this menu, Kali Linux installer. Then we click on graphic install. Then it's going to run the background processes. Then we can choose our language. I will select English. Then you choose the location. I'm going to choose United States. You can choose whatever location you wanted. Then click on continue. Then configure the keyboard. You are going to select the type of keyboard you want. Depends on the location you are from. I'm going to select American English. then the process will begin again. The process of this installation is going to take several minutes, so I'm going to speed up the video to move on to the next important step. The next step is going to show us that we should configure the network, and we have the option to give an host name, and which I would advise we should leave it as default as Kali. Then we can continue. The next option is the domain name. We want to leave it as default to then continue. Then it's going to give an option to set up our username and password. So I'm going to name it as Engi. Continue. Then I'm going to type my password, verify my password, continue. Then configure the clock, the time zone, continue. So the installation process is going to run for a while, and it's going to give us this option on the partition disk. So we're going to select guided use entire disk, then click continue. It's going to give us this option, and this is the hard disk space that we have created on the VirtualBox when we're setting up a VirtualBox for the Kali Linux. We're going to continue. Then it's going to give you an option that all this partition is going to be erased. We're going to continue. When we get to this stage 2, you're going to finish partition and write change to this disk, continue. So we're going to change this option to yes, since we wanted all these changes to apply. At this stage, all the base system of the Kali Linux and the tools are going to be installed. So it's going to take several minutes. So I'm going to fast forward this video. At this software selection part, all we need to do is to select the large default selection plus additional tools. Then we continue. Then it's going to give an option, install the Jira bootloader. Click yes, then continue. Then it's going to give you this option, enter device manually. So you need to select the second option, dev/sda directory, then click on continue. And now you're in the final step of Kali installation on your VirtualBox on your Windows or your Mac OS or any of your operating system. Now Kali is going to launch. Now I can log in with my username and password. Congratulations, we have fully installed Kali. If this video has been helpful, kindly subscribe to this channel, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. See you on our next video. Bye for now.